Hey guys, as we all know, the best way to shut down the police is to not answer any questions at all, okay? You want to state, I'm sorry, I don't talk to cops. I want to stand on my Fifth Amendment right to silence. But not everybody can do that because the police are experts at making you squirm. They're going to make you feel like you have to say something. And this is a technique that I found works really, really well. What you want to do is question their questions. Now, there's a couple of advantages to that. One is you're recording. You do know that you always have to record. I've done multiple videos on that. Everybody's got a cell phone. If you don't, pick up a little, $50 recorder and make sure that you have it with you at all times. But the advantage is this. If it does turn into a ticket, you have the recording and you also have the police on tape. All right? So if they're violating your rights, it's a reason to be able to have it dismissed, okay, or expunged, or the evidence expunged. The second advantage is this: it allows you to go ahead and talk. So in other words, the officer says, "Do you know how fast you were going?" He's trying to incriminate you or get you to incriminate yourself. Well, you say, "Officer, how fast do you think I was going?" "Well, I think you were doing 45. "Well, officer, do you have evidence that I was doing 45? Did you clock me?" Or let's say I'm walking down along the road. Then an officer stops me and he says, "What are you doing?" "Officer, what do you think I'm doing?" Are you getting the idea? So he says, "Where are you going?" "Officer, is there someplace that I need to go? Or am I involved in a voluntary investigation? Or do you have reasonable suspicion?" Ask questions. It's really easy. Just turn the question around. Whatever they ask you, ask them. And it works every time. Now, here's the most important part. A police officer wants to take control. He wants to take your power away from you. By asking questions, you remain in control. And you're also in your comfort zone. And that, again, you're not doing silence. Silence, is really difficult for people to do unless you've had practice and training. So this is all about, regaining or holding your own power. In other words, controlling, and in a sense, you are actually controlling the police. Now, another thing a cop loves to do is, "I ask the questions here, boy." Again, I'm stereotyping, I know, but I enjoy it, okay? "Boy, I ask the questions here. You have to answer me." Now, here is your catch-all question. "Officer, am I required by law to answer your questions? I believe I have the Fifth Amendment right to not." Or you can even just leave it at, "Officer, am I required by law to answer your questions?" You guys get the idea. It's really actually quite easy to do. Just fall back on one. Am I required by law? That one I love to bring up. Two, if he says that he has a reasonable suspicion of you committing a crime, you then ask, "Officer, what crime am I reasonably suspected of committing?" Again, you're turning it around. You want as much information as you can possibly get from the police. John Masters, this is the studio. Guys, stand on your rights. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. Once I get this up to about 20,000 subscribers, I've got some plans. So, John Masters in the studio.